Like he's the best. That's what the scripture says. He's vile, man. He's vile than the earth. He's a vile. He's vile, man. He's vile, bro. He does things that you're thinking, what kind of person?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
Jake I went to school with was
nasty.
He started working at my workplace, and I must have saw him on the way home, and he said to me, "What's up with these white people?" He said, "All they talk about is gay shit." You know, so, you know, they're sitting in there and all they're talking about
crazy, man.
For no reason. They're just bringing this stuff up, talking about it, you know, amongst themselves, making jokes and shit.
And you know what they always do too, and you know what too, and they've always been doing this even since Roman times, man.
Yeah.
They would draw routes and stuff like that. They would always do that shit.
Or they'll have big statues of nude.
Yeah.
They really glory in that nude shit, man. You know, you've got the scriptures to. He's got something.
It's Hebrews 12:16, so it says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright."
One morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. You know what I'm saying? One morsel of meat, something sold. He could have just waited, but something so trivial, he just gave up something so sacred over. It's only that Esau don't have no worth on anything. He doesn't respect anything, man. He's got no respect for anything that's sacred, bro. And brother, even marriage. Marriage is supposed to be a holy union between a man and a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Before God, before the Most High. What does Esau do, man?
He fucks it up.
He just desecrates nothing holy, man. You got a man, two men getting married, and one's dressed up with the female, the white, the gown, and he's a man. And then you got the man dressed up as the man. He's just wearing the suit, and his his husband or his bride or whatever you want to call it, he's dressed up like the woman, man, walking down the aisle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is completely disorder. That's why I was going to talk about disorder in marriages.
That may just be a cherry.
That came out of nowhere.
Oh,
that's a trap. That's definitely a trap.
yeah.
How'd you know?
Yes,
That's always there.
Was that always there?
You know,
That's the same.
yesterday, yeah, I saw that, yeah, and it was a kind of clear, no clouds or nothing, and it went dim. You couldn't see it, and then it went
just boom.
Because I wasn't sure about it, but now I'm not. I mean,
It wasn't there before.
I'm more sure that it's a
cloud just going underneath it. So
you know, it wasn't no clouds. There was no clouds. It was a clear blue sky, and just that came. It was daytime. And it came and it was bright, and then it went dim because I didn't know what to make of it because it just stands still, and it went dim, and then it went bright. So I think it's a chariot, man.
Now, that's definitely a chariot, of course.
I also say it about this one morsel of meat. He didn't even sit there and understand the importance of his birthright, man.
And what could I say one thing just to add of what he was saying? Because basically, man, pretty much, man. I mean, like for you to do something like that. Like you literally have to be like literally insane. Like you have to be insane to have that kind of thought in your mindset.
That's psychopathic behavior, bro.
Psychotic.
And it's not even just one of them that's doing it. It's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They're doing it. So there's something psychopathic in them as a race of people, man. To the point where they haven't been doing it just in the 21st century. They've been doing these things going back to the Greeks, the Romans.
Having sex with goats too, man.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, they've been doing it for minutes. So they as a race of people are a distorted, profane people, man. There's something in their spirit. Because you know when Esau were at dumb and say, oh, it's because of my skin. It's my skin, because the color of my skin. Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with your skin, man. Because you got a brother here. I don't want to, he looks like Esau, but he's nothing like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's got nothing to do with your outward appearance. It's your spirit, man. The soul within you is not upright in you, man.
That's right.
You know, the scriptures indicate that it's a spiritual thing. There's something on the inward part of you, man, that's not right. And you know, it's no good, man.
And can I just add in too, because even a bugged out Hamite wouldn't do no shit like that. You see how them Hamites are when they jump around, they line up and they do all this nonsense.
Let me say this. Even the Hamites had more integrity because when Abraham, when he ventured to Egypt with his wife Sarah, he told Sarah to tell people that tell people that I'm your cousin or something like that.
Sister.
And then when the Egyptians took Sarah, I think the Pharaoh took Sarah because she was beautiful. The Most High came to Pharaoh and said, listen, you do know that's my servant Abraham's wife. If you take her, do anything with her, I'm gonna do something to you. And he immediately went to Abraham and said, why didn't you tell me that was your wife, man? Because so he had morals. He understood that he had done something wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think he says, you would have made me sin.
Yeah, you would have, exactly. So they understood boundaries to a degree. I'm not saying that they were righteous because they were also doing a whole heap of abomination, but they understood respect, man. You know what I mean? Esau, out of all nations, man, he's the only man, like that's what scriptures call him, the man of what? Sin, man.
He's what you call the ultimate heathen, man.
He's the ultimate heathen, man. He's the opposite, he's the adjacent, man, of the Lord. The enemy, the arch enemy, man. Would you got your something?
And I just wanted to show a picture just to back up what the elder was saying about these Edomites love drawing rods. One time I saw this at a train station, and in the dust, I'm assuming they were Edomites, just drew a whole bunch of rods in the dust.
No, it's Edomites.
Yeah,
brother.
it's Esau, man. It's Esau.
That's
Come
Esau.
on, man.
Jake don't be doing
Esau,
shit like that, man.
Esau does that.
Oh, man.
And they'll laugh
That's
about it. It's fun. It somehow is amusing to them. You know, they get some type of fun and amusement out of it.
Yeah.
Because they used to do that at my school, man.
I believe
They do that in my workplace right
the
now.
tie represents a phallic symbol, man. That's a penis around your neck, and then around your neck, that's you being a servant to this system, this society, man.
Yep.
And the penis represent what you call that statue in the
Obelisk.
obelisk that goes back to Egypt.
yeah.
So it's all penis worship anyway, man.
And that's
goes
really
back to one of their gods.
And even the Christmas tree, that's also they use that and take that and they use it as a phallic symbol.
Yep.
Okay.
So really, when you check it out, Esau worships the penis, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, like you were saying, brother, and you know, you brothers were saying, it's like, man, I mean, Esau, they're the epitome of what you call insane, man. Yeah. To do what you just said, to do that, that's completely bugged out, man. Like that's heathenistic as you could get.
The void of judgment. Remember I told you Cain, he was the first, man. Like he didn't even see that everybody else, they're doing the right thing, so I shouldn't do the wrong thing. I should follow, you know, what everyone else is doing, which is the righteous and holy thing. He just went up there and just did whatever, man. You know what I mean? No fear of repercussions.
I've got that.
He's just
already.
living in the moment. A person that's living in the moment doesn't think about repercussions because they're living in the moment.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? They're about now getting that instant feeling, that gratification now. So they think that it's a fair trade. Getting that feeling now over this, whatever happens in the future will happen. They just think whatever happens in the future will happen. Let me just do what I'm doing now so I can get that feeling, get that hit, get that high.
Get that hit,
you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens later on will happen. That's how Esau deals. Let's use the animals, let's use the ecosystem, let's use the land, let's use it as much as we can, pump out as much fuel and fucking poison in the atmosphere, into the sea. We don't care as long as we can get this accomplished right now. We don't care about how much of a bird drop out of the sky, how much whales come up on the sea beach. They don't care, man. As long as they get what they getting right now, they don't care about no damn repercussions. This is why the Lord coming right now and he can cut that shit short, man.
That's right. That's right.
He's coming to cut that. When the Lord comes and he covers up the firmament, that's the end, man. That's the end of Esau. That's the end of his rulership, man.
Right.
That's him to say, that's it.
This is
No
it.
more your wicked reign, man.
Like Michael Jackson said, he made a song called "This Is It."
Isaiah 24:5 says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof,
Defiled, man. Go ahead.
because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, the Moabites. Listen, the Moabites.
Yeah,
and the holding hands as well. So the Moabites, the Moabites, they're no good evil, man, because the kind of clips I've been seeing lately, the things that they've been eating. I'll say again, he took a frog out of the thing, and the frog was moving, and he just bit the thing,
I saw that.
ripped it,
While it was alive,
everything was coming out, he started eating it alive, and he did like it was,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? It was dirty. And if Esau was righteous, Esau should go over there and sort them out, man.
You know, though, brother, just based on what this brother said, man, Esau is just, they don't even know, like,
what they're doing, man.
Right.
What anyone else is doing.
Also, lucky in these universities, a lot of these Edomites that play rugby, they have, and in America, a lot of these Edomites that play rugby, they have initiation ceremonies. And some of the stories I've heard, these Edomites, some
insane,
fucked up shit, man.
Yeah,
I've heard
crazy
them
fucked up.
I wouldn't put it past them, man. You know, I wouldn't put it past them, man, because Esau's into that, you know, filling with the next man's balls and shit, man. They reaching for the
insanism, man. Is what you call it.
Yeah.
You know, one story this Edomite told me was saying how they laid down like a tarpaulin. He said that he got all his friends to piss on it, and then they all had to like slide on their front.
That's what you call golden showers. They call it golden showers.
That's why I don't really want to bring that one out.
See what I'm saying? Some things are too wicked to utter, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's a scripture on that some things are too shameful to be uttering,
I want to
man.
bring that one out.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like you're bringing the dirty vibe on yourself by even speaking about the things that they do, man.
It's not even edifying.
You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it is. It shouldn't get to that point. It shouldn't get to the point where a man is having to talk about the things you do and at the same time bringing a bad vibe upon himself for speaking about the things that you're doing, man.
Right.
What type of madness is that?
And you know what too, and I'm gonna say this, man, and this is why really you can't really get mad at Esau, because like you just said, brother, that's probably gonna stay in mind for the rest of my life now. Right? Esau is just an animal. They're gonna do an animal is gonna act like an animal, regardless. A snake is gonna be a snake, a reptile is gonna be a reptile. No matter what it is, Esau is just bugged out their mind, right? I mean, they may look like good old standard citizens and they speak the old King's English and that, but you know, behind closed doors, they're just retarded. They're just a bunch of insane in the brain retarded children. That's really what it is. So this is why, man, we really don't need to get anger or pent up in anger towards them, because they're bugged out, man. They're just a bunch of retarded children that the Lord has set to rule over the earth.
This is why the Lord got to set this record straight, man. Got something going.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 3:9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin of Sodom. They hide it not, one to their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Okay, this man is no good. In Revelation 17, it said that Babylon, that woman has a cup, and in the cup is full of abominations, man, and filthiness. So that's what's inside in this system. Okay, abominations and filthiness, man. Okay, words can't describe the type of things that's really going down in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? Neither I have seen or heard, man, what the hell's going on in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an abominable thing.
Like even as we speak right now, you have children that are being sexually abused, sexually molested every day.
Right now,
as we speak, and these secretive these secretive households in that. You know, all kind of mad shit going on. So, but this is why, man, the scripture says we're going to rejoice when we're saved. And I just want to just jump right back into that kind of spirit. You know what I mean? Because we're under some animals. Like the Lord really had to be angry with us for Him to actually have us under this man, under this insane and remembering animal, man. All right, like what you just said, brother. Like I said, in order for you to do some shit like that, you have to be like, your mind has to be totally warped, like 1,000 times warped. Okay, for you to do some shit like that, that's crazy, man. Like that's some shit no one has ever thought of before. Any crazy thing that comes that you know that one can do, Esau is the best at it.
But then you got our people that want to idolize this guy.
Yeah, but they don't know. That's really because they don't know the nature of the beast. They don't know the nature
of the beast.
That's what it is. Yeah, so yeah, I want to go back to this though.
Can I just say, Jimmy said we used to have sex, called it necrophilia. Having sex with dead bodies and through the hospitals and what goes in hospitals, which I'm not going to, the most are going to reveal everything. But maybe certain things we don't really want to go.
You don't have to
meditate on at the moment. I know I don't, but the most are going to reveal certain things, man, for us. And when we're going to get our get back, the most are we're going to know why we're doing it. You know,
Yeah, read that, brother.
I could tell that kind of traumatized you, that little story you told.
Slightly, I would say a little bit.
Good job you didn't see it, man. I remember, I think I showed Taz that one, and he couldn't believe it. Like,
shit, man. God, man. I mean, I done seen a lot of shit, but to hear that, man, that just kind of like, whoa. Go on, brother.
I finished on Psalms 98 and 9.
Okay. Oh yeah. Read Ezekiel 36, brother, 24, and then somebody read Revelations 14. We're gonna read all the way down to verse 15, and we're gonna close out. It's approaching that time. Because see, I mean, if you have a man like that that's ruling the earth, I mean, the earth could never ever be right. Like for example, look at what's his name, the prime minister of this country, Boris Johnson. That ain't nothing but a retarded child, man. He looks like a retard. You can look at him, even the way he talk. You can even see that he don't even take himself seriously, man. Go on, brother. So you got Jake out there, like you said, brother, taking Esau seriously, but they don't even take their own self seriously, man.
It's Ezekiel 36.
Yeah, verse 24.
24.
Yep.
Ezekiel 36 and 24, and it says, "For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and it shall be clean."
Yeah, meaning the word is going to clean us. The word is going to clean us. It says in Ephesians 5. Oh no, it's in Psalms, I believe it's 110. It says, "How should a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed to the precepts, to the word." And also Ephesians the 5th chapter as well. Go on.
And it says, "Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and it shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you."
Right, so the word is likened unto that water that's going to cleanse us. Go on.
"A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you."
What scripture should come to mind? Read it again.
See, "A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you."
So what scripture is that?
Hebrews 8 and 8, right?
Somebody get that.
The laws and the input points.
I'll get it.
Okay, anybody can read it.
What was?
8. You know it's at 8 and 8.
Okay. It's
Start with verse 8.
Hebrews 8 and 8. So it says,
Go on.
"For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant.
Yep.
And I have regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind, and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people."
So that's the precept that goes with what we just read. So let's read that again.
Back to Ezekiel 36 and 25, and it says, "Then will I sprinkle clean water on you, and it shall be clean." So like verse 26, "A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away a stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and they shall keep my judgments and do them."
So this is all going to happen into the kingdom. This is not happening now. We're transitioning to that point. Right now we're under the grace period. Transitioning to the new covenant, which we just read in Hebrews the 8th chapter, which is what Ezekiel was speaking about, you know? So that's what's going to happen from that point. But first and foremost, we have to be saved. So somebody get me Revelations 14 and read all the way down. I'm not going to break it down. We're going to read all the way down because we got to close up soon. And then I'll break down the 15th chapter of Revelations.
This is Revelation 14 and 1. So it says, "And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Yeah, we're just talking about us. Go on.
And I heard a voice.
I mean, I'll break it down, but I'll break it down very briefly for the sake of time. Go on.
And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder.
Yep.
And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, as before the four beasts and the elders, and
angels. Go on.
And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Yep.
These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins.
Is that literal? That's not literal at all. Let's get Proverbs 7. I know I said I wanted to be brief, you know, but the spirit just got me, you know, wanting to go into the precepts, man. That's just how it is, you know.
It's lucky as well because when Yahweh Shai said, "Those of you that have forsaken wives and families," so there's going to be men of the elect that are going to forsake their wives and families, So, and you can't have a wife in a family if you're a virgin. So,
Right.
Exactly. So we know just based on that, what you just said, included, it ain't talking about that.
Proverbs 7 and 5.
Yep.
That they may keep thee from strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
So this strange woman is talking about these philosophies. That's what it's talking about. Now read on.
So it says, these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men.
And it's telling you right there, because how do we follow the Lamb? By keeping that which is written, which is including where we get our wisdom and understanding from. Go on.
Unspotted and unblemished, bro. That's the virginity part. You're undefiled.
Yep.
It says, these were the redeemed from among men, being first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
Yep.
And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Meaning they wouldn't lie. There was no lie found in their mouth. So you have men within Israel that are liars, and you have men that are truthers. Okay. And it happens to be the brothers of Great Millstone, man. And those that teach what we teach, they're what you call truthers. And then you have liars. Go on, brother.
This is verse 6, it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven.
And guess what? What is the guile? The guile is talking about where, you know, what an individual said in ISUPK. An individual in ISUPK said John the Baptist wasn't a part of the truth. That's guile. Or the mark of the beast is in an embargo, or the mark of the beast is sleeping with an Edomite woman. You know, that's what you call guile, man. Go on, brother.
So it says, having the everlasting gospel.
Oh, another one too. Oh, the Lord ain't coming back in the chariots. That's guile too. Go on.
Preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, go on.
And the third angel followed them with a saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
So they're going to be laserized and nuclearized. Go on.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night.
So after we're saved and we're in the kingdom, or setting up the kingdom, America, that land which was once called America, is still going to be smoking. Okay? Go on, brother.
Who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark in his name.
Yeah, verse, what is it, chapter 15, right?
This is chapter 14.
Oh, you're still in there. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Verse 12, so it says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High, and the faith of Yahweh Shai. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labor.
That's a topic in itself. Here's the patience of the saints. That's a video for the day I could do, brother.
And their works do follow them.
Right, and their works do follow them. So, like I said earlier before, everything that we're doing right now is going to be remembered in the eyes of the Lord, even into the kingdom. Okay, and our hope is going to be initialized. Go on, brother.
This is verse 14. So it says, and I looked and beheld a white cloud upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man.
Yeah, because it was the Son of Man. Go on.
Having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel come out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Yeah, meaning, in other words, it's time for him to come and to judge the world. That's what it means by it be ripened. Go on.
So verse 16, so it says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel, so verse 18, another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High.
That's in what is it, Isaiah 60, what is it, 4? When it says he coming from dying garments from Basra.
Isaiah 63.
63. Go on. And he's gonna tread the wine press. Go on.
So this is verse 20, so it says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
So what that really means is that when Yahushua comes back, there's going to be a lot of killing. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed. So the Lord, as we know he ain't coming back to bring no damn peace. Okay, he's coming to bring destruction because it's deserving so, and because of what Esau has done. Because they brought violence. As it says in Ezekiel 36, it says, thou hast not hated his blood shall pursue thee. So Yahushua is going to bring that blood towards him. You see? That's it, right?
Ezekiel 35.
No, I'm saying what you just read.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
That was in again.
Yeah, there's a point I want to get into though. Yeah.
It's Revelation 14 and 20, and it says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
Yeah, keep going.
And that's the last verse.
Yeah, go to 15 now.
Okay, come. This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. It says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up with the wrath of the Most High.
Yep.
And I saw as it were the sea of glass mingled with fire.
So he saw as it were, what is it? A sea of glass mingled with fire. So what he saw he saw America destroyed and pretty much immersed in fire, covered in fire. All right, and really what he saw himself probably in a chariot, because we're all going to be in the chariots looking down. Lord willing, we are those men. And we're going to look down from heaven, and we're going to see America covered in fire. That's what he was basically saying. And in the midst of that, we're going to be rejoicing. It tells you that. Go on, brother, read that last verse.
So it says, and Revelation 15 and 2, and it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark.
Yeah, we didn't take the trip. Go on.
And over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Yep.
And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High.
So we're literally going to be singing the song of Moses too. So we're going to be in a state of rejoicing. That's why I had the brother read Psalms 98. So while Esau's receiving his destruction in the fires, above that, we're going to be rejoicing. We're going to pretty much, I should have said this, we're going to rejoice at the ruin of Esau. Okay, and that's pretty much what's coming down the pike. So that's what we have to say, giving all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Abad Babal.
Abad Babal.
Shalom.
Shalom.